going to Adam Bartholomew of Fatima College. This will be a live presentation. Adam Bartholomew is a Form 5 graduate of Fatima College with many notable achievements. Most recently, he has served as graduating class valedictorian. However, he has been an active student in the school community since Form 1. Aside from excelling academically, Adam has also been a diverse sportsman, actively engaged in swimming, football, and triathlon. He has also represented the college numerous times as a member of Fatima's Young Leaders and is the recipient of the Making a Difference Award at V-Day for his work on mental health matters. As you will hear in his presentation, he's also a musician who has been a member of the school's junior choir, senior choir, the college band, the string ensemble, and the senior band ensemble. So let's go to Fatima College, Adam Bartholomew. Welcome, Adam.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, and thanks for having all of this. So, good day, everyone. As was mentioned before, I'm Adam Bartholomew, and I'm a recent Form 5 graduate of Fatima College. I've studied literature for the past 5 years at Fatima, where the subject is compulsory. Along with my passion for music and science, I love and truly understand the importance of literature and appreciate the impact it can have on us all. Unfortunately, there's almost a stigma associated with the study of literature. Generally speaking, everyone loves listening to news stories, but can't seem to understand why the analysis done in literature is necessary. At Fatima, we are fortunate to have some of the best and most enthusiastic English teachers who manage to pique our interest in the subject in spite of preconceptions. And the manner in which they engage us is always reciprocated by the students. Today, from my perspective as an aspiring musician, I will try to show what literature has meant to me, and by extension, what it can mean to us all. Over the past 5 years at Fatima, we have studied a wide variety of literature, both on and off the CSEC syllabus, ranging from the popular Western, Shane, to Greek mythology, excerpts from the Canterbury Tales, Macbeth, Tijan and His Brothers, To Kill a Mockingbird, and more than 20 poems. However, I believe that if more local literature were added to the curriculum, there would be a greater appeal to students of my generation, as the pieces would be more relatable, and from them, we would be exposed to a great deal of our culture and history in the process. Nevertheless, through it all, I have recognized many parallels between literature and music. We have learned from young about story arcs or story mountains, which are simple graphical representations of how excitement must build and change throughout the course of a story. Without an arc, we'd be left with a flat line. Simply put, a boring story in which nothing new or unexpected happens. Without an arc, emotions would stay the same and characters and themes could never be developed. Literature has taught me how crucial it is to apply this concept to my music. For instance, if we were to play or compose an entire piece of music without any sort of variation in it, there would be no mountain to climb and nowhere to go. The music would have no purpose. I think a fundamental part of building a story arc is introducing suspense in the plot and creating expectations that we must see fulfilled. This captivates the reader, listener, or viewer, making him or her intrigued to discover the story's outcome. Musicians know that good music is all about tension and release. Tension can be introduced in a single group of notes known as a chord, or over the course of an entire section of music. The more this tension builds up, is the greater gratification we feel when it is finally released. There's a natural feeling of climax, closure, and perhaps finality. Like literature, in music, there is always a theme that is introduced very early on, which can take the form of a simple melody or phrase. It is traditionally the composer's job to explore and expound on this theme with whatever instrumentation, harmony, and variation he or she so desires. In To Kill a Mockingbird, an important theme is family, as we follow the young child narrator Scout, her brother Jem, and the relationship that they have with their lawyer father Atticus. The device of contrast is used in the novel to highlight the importance of family. Scout's family is juxtaposed with the Ewell family, who lives near a dump and whose patriarch is an alcoholic who abuses his children. As a result, we see how the Ewell children become rotten products of the conditions under which they live. Through this contrast of the two families, writer Harper Lee is thereby able to establish the vital role that families play in the upbringing of their children. Similarly, in music, contrast is often used in highlighting themes and emotions. For instance, by having a quiet section followed by a louder one, the excitement of the latter is dramatically highlighted. Or by having a sad or minor section modulate into a happy or major one, the happiness and joy becomes that much more glorious. One of the things I've grown to love about literature is its coherency. I love to see when and how everything within a story is interconnected, like the stars in astrology. Indeed, I've come to learn that everything a writer chooses to include in his or her literature is there for a reason, down to diction, which provides subtle implications and connotations. Everything has significance to the wider story and its themes. In music, I can now ask myself if something I'm playing or composing has significance, and if it doesn't, then I ask myself, why am I doing it at all? It is truly critical that we pay close attention to the details. Music, much like poetry, can only have a particular length or duration, but it is what we do as musicians within this time frame that matters. Good composers and arrangers think a lot about their musical choices, be it in sections of a piece, dynamics, harmony, rhythm, or even a single note. Just like how everything a character says tells us about that character, every note played must reveal something about how I feel in that moment. While attention to such small things may seem tedious, these subtleties can transform a piece completely in music and literature alike. Both literature and music must also be cohesive in the sense that they must flow smoothly from one part to the next, like a melody, so to speak. And it is when everything comes together coherently and harmoniously that the story being told can truly resonate with others. Movies and drama attest to this special relationship that music and literature share. In these forms of storytelling, the worlds of music and literature combined, as music works in tandem with acting and performance to highlight the emotions of scenes and characters. For instance, John Williams' Imperial March from the Star Wars saga perfectly captures the anger and authority of Darth Vader, while Leia's theme speaks to the beauty and grace of her character. While the elements of each are distinct, music and literature serve to tell a story, highlight themes, and convey emotions, and in this way, both are priceless and timeless. While we may feel that analysis may ruin the stories for us, I can tell you, as a lover of music and literature, analyzing these art forms has only increased my love and appreciation for them exponentially. Literature has changed the way I create and listen to music, and the way I look at life. What can literature do for you? Thank you.
I am waiting to hear like a round of applause. We are on a roll, ladies and gentlemen. We are on a roll. I mean, Adam, you linked, literature and music. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Thank you so much. All the schools here are feeling so proud. Bursting. Look at those comments. Lighten up the board. Adam, thumbs up. Well done, Fatima College. As I started off saying, this section is going to be the best, and I am absolutely right. I don't care if I'm sounding arrogant, but I'm right. Next, we're moving on because we want all our panelists to have their moment. We are moving on to thank you so very much. The other question was, does English literature encourage students to start writing their own story besides poetry? Does doing English literature encourage students to start writing their own stories besides poetry? We'll take that. Can we ask one of the young men, Adam? Can you take that? Doing English literature can encourage students to start writing their own stories besides poetry.
Well, I think there are many ways of telling stories, and something I've been trying to get better at is composing and arranging music and telling a story through not words but music and instrumentation. So I think literature has sort of given me that framework into different elements that could be applied across the board in order to make sure that I would be truly telling a story that follows the same curve as I explained before. And yeah, so definitely I think literature has helped me to tell stories through music.
Excellent, excellent indeed. So I want to thank the entire student panel again. I'm going to repeat how excellent, how most excellent this was. I mean, here is this, we got this question. People can say yes because whatever is linking this, we say, stories can be told in different ways and through music and stuff like that. And I so understand that because I have someone like him in my household. And, thank you very much, students. Thank you, teachers. Continue your good work. I mean, we are seeing this, and this should have been on TV. On all the TV stations. This been on television. And if there's any media person there, you should have a little young writers column, segment, whatever, to showcase the creativity, the talent of our students in our schools. So thank you very much, everyone. Yes, I agree this should be televised, and I know that I am right. Okay, so I think I will hand over to Ms. Jones. Yes?
Thank you, Mrs. Yatani. That was even a wonderful performance and very engaging